Can we start again? Please, your worship.
Really?
We didn't have sound.
Go for it, Mayor.
Okay. All right.
This is the director's cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have been here yesterday for the other thing. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our public hearing. Tonight, we are gathered to discuss the repeal of the existing bylaw that deals with danger and unsightly buildings in Mahone Bay. Before we get that process underway, we will acknowledge that we are gathered together today in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral, present, and future territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Today, we gather with the intent followed by the living peace and friendship treaties with respect, cooperation, and coexistence. We have members of council and staff in the room. We'll call the meeting to order, and we will ask the clerk for a report on the situation today.
Thank you, your worship. The purpose of this hearing is to receive verbal and written submissions regarding the draft bylaw to repeal the town of Mahone Bay dangerous unsightly buildings bylaw. At the July 26, 2021 meeting of the Policy and Strategy Committee, the committee received a recommendation from staff that the town of Mahone Bay dangerous unsightly buildings bylaw be repealed. The bylaw referenced the Extinct Towns Act, and staff noted that the Municipal Government Act of Nova Scotia provides the same legislative authority in respect to dangerous and unsightly premises as that provided by the town's bylaw. Sorry, the town of Mahone Bay's bylaw. The Policy and Strategy Committee approved the recommendation to council to repeal the bylaw. That recommendation was received at the September 14, 2021 meeting of council. A draft bylaw to repeal the town of Mahone Bay dangerous unsightly buildings bylaw was received at council on September 27, 2021, at which time council approved first reading of the bylaw and directed staff to schedule a public hearing to receive comments from the public regarding the draft bylaw. The draft bylaw was posted on the town website, and members of the public were encouraged to review the draft and offer comments and participate in the public hearing via notification on the town website, posts on social media, a notice posted at the post office, publication in the October mayor's newsletter, and an advertisement that ran the progress bulletin. Your worship, that ad that ran in the progress bulletin was on October 13th and 20th. To date, we have received no comments regarding this draft bylaw to repeal. And we have one person watching now, and we have had no requests to offer comments to this hearing.
Thank you. In accordance with our procedure, we will wait for a period of 15 minutes in anticipation of someone choosing to comment or to offer some input to council on this agenda item. We began at 6:32, so 15 minutes would be 6:47. Okay. Okay. This is when the black and white movies would say, smoke them if you got them, right? Not anymore.
Your worship, we have a question from the gallery.
Mhm.
The question is, how does this change a bylaw that is in place? Would you like me to answer that?
Thank you. Yes, please.
Legislatively, we are required to repeal a bylaw, we are required to pass a bylaw to repeal. So this bylaw has been found to be redundant because it refers to an act that has actually long since been replaced for the province of Nova Scotia. And that Towns Act was replaced by the Municipal Government Act. The Municipal Government Act that is now in place gives the same authority to deal with everything covered in this bylaw as this bylaw gave us. So as a redundant bylaw, that is why the recommendation came forward to repeal it.
And are we required to enact a new bylaw that basically codifies what the Municipal Government Act states for our town, or because it exists at the MGA level, it exists here?
Exactly, because it exists at the Municipal Government Act level, we don't need to have a bylaw that says the same thing. In fact, we would then have to be careful that our bylaw kept up with changes at the provincial level that come through the Municipal Government Act.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Excuse me, Your Worship, we have another question. So to clarify, these types of issues would be handled at a different level of government. Again, would you prefer if I answered that?
Sound like you're prepared to.
The Municipal Government Act gives us the authority to handle this at a municipal
Mhm.
level.
So the town is empowered to take the actions that it sees necessary to deal with an unsafe or an unsightly property.
Through the Municipal Government Act, rather than having to enact our own bylaw.
That's right, as its authority for doing so.
That's correct.
Okay. It is 6:47. Does anyone have anything else to add? Clerk?
No, Your Worship, there are no more comments on the live stream.
Okay. Then hearing none, I would entertain a motion for us to adjourn this public hearing.
So moved.
Moved by Councillor Carver, seconded by Councillor Now. All in favor? Thank you. The public hearing is adjourned. Thank you for the folks at home who joined us. And we will take a short pause, and the regularly scheduled council meeting will begin at 7 p.m. and it's broadcast as well on YouTube. Okay, great. Meeting's adjourned.
We are still running live here. So, pretty nice.